The head of state of North Korea, one of the most closed countries in the world since 2011, this man, who has been on the agenda with his missile launches and interesting execution methods when he is bored, is seen as a dictator by most people. Kim Jong Un, who was born in Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea, on January 8, 1983, was sent to Switzerland at an early age for his education like his other siblings. However, because of his rather short neck, he couldn't do well in basketball, and because of his big head, he couldn't do well in his studies. He was also suspended for a week in middle school when he was caught with a sex magazine in the school bathroom. Fortunately, he didn't have to worry about these things. He continued to live in Switzerland until 2000 because he was not seen as a successor by his father, but when his older brother Kim Jong Un, who was seen as the future president of the country, went to Tokyo with a fake passport in 2001 and was caught on camera with women at an amusement park, he was dismissed by his father. So Kim Jong Un, who was summoned to North Korea from Switzerland, was named heir to the throne by his father and declared the future president of the country. In fact, Kim Jong Un had an older brother named Kim Jong Il, who was older than him. However, by the way, he was never seen as the heir, both because he was feminine and because he said not to involve me in these affairs. Kim, who returned to North Korea, was first sent to military school. At the school where he went for military training, he wondered what that button was for, and that day he met missiles for the first time, which was the turning point of his life. After completing his education, he was appointed to a mid-level position in the National Defense Commission in 2009. A year later, he was given a general title and appointed deputy chairman of the Central Military Commission. In the same year, he stepped into the party for the first time and was appointed to the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Since then, Kim Jong Un has never left his father's side and has traveled abroad with him to Russia and China. I'm sorry for taking a short break. Every day we discover a new mystery together. You know what you should do to join us. His brother-in-law Yong Taek, who was the Minister of State, was very disturbed by Kim Jong-un's rise and made the mistake of his life and started to mess with Kim. Perceiving this as a coup attempt against him, Kim, with the approval of his father, had his brother-in-law arrested and executed by detonating a mortar in his stomach. Kim Jong-un officially became the new leader of North Korea on December 17, 2011, when North Korean leader Kim Jong Il died of a heart attack. He became Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army on December 24, Chairman of the Central Military Commission on December 26, Chairman of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party on December 13. In short, he declared himself to hold all the presidencies in the country. In his first public speech, he said that during his leadership the North Korean presidency would be democratically elected. Kim Jong-un, who showed the first step of this in the presidential elections of 2012, ran for the presidency alone, and the people who voted for him to be the president in the elections were given the choice of yes or no. Kim Jong-un, who received 100% of the votes in the election in which the North Korean people voted with their own free will, was re-elected president in 2012. Instead of working for the welfare of the North Korean people, he should stop spending the country's capital on the production of banned weapons such as hydrogen bombs and nuclear bombs. Because he is addicted to Swiss cheese, tons of cheese are imported from Switzerland every year, while his people are starving. But nobody could stand up to him. At one point his uncle tried to oppose him. But when he was thrown in front of 120 starved dogs and eaten to the bone, no one could stand up to him. In the face of this rebellious and adolescent behavior of the chubby leader, U.S. President Trump's threats of war against North Korea caused a rift between the two countries in 2017. At one point, when our blonde announced that she was sending warships to North Korea, the chubby leader declared that North Korea had bombs that could hit Washington. After this tension, North Korea stepped up its missile tests, firing missiles at everyone and testing various nuclear bombs. One night when he was high, he even accidentally fired a missile at Japan. Fortunately, the missile fell into the sea and the whole world breathed a sigh of relief. As the year 2018 entered, the tension between the two countries gave way to détente. In 2019, Kim Jong-un even held a series of meetings with both U.S. President Trump and the President of South Korea. During the talks, it was agreed that North Korea would give up its nuclear weapons program, and in return, the United States lifted sanctions against North Korea. But do you think these decisions are permanent?
Ofrecerá este lunes
Of
5 de
course
marzo
not.
una cena para